traditional for the bride to say a speech, but there are some thank yous that I wanted to say. So here I am. First of all, I'd love to say a big thank you to all of you here, our fab friends and family. We're so grateful for all of you here and the effort you've made to join us, whether that's travelling down the road or travelling across the world. It's really overwhelming just looking around and seeing you all. It's amazing to have our favourite people in the room all together. You're all here because we love you. Each of you have left a mark in our lives for the better, and we look forward to sharing many memories with you in the future. So many of you have contributed to the wedding in so many ways. You know who you are, so thank you for making today possible, because it really wouldn't be without you. And a special shout out to all of my petal collecting ladies. I loved having hand-picked, hand-dried petals all over me not that long ago. And if you go to the ladies' toilets, you'll find the leftovers there as well. I had petals posted to me from Sweden. That is the commitment that went on. And we've got loads left over as well, so if you want them back, let me know. So enough about petals, but I'd just love to raise a toast to all of you and our fab friends and family. So friends and family. My next thank you is to my gorgeous bridesmaids, all sat behind me. You all look fab. You've all made me feel fab. There we go. Yeah? There we go, I'm back. You've made me feel fab, and you've made today fab. So thank you for all you've done. My maid of honour, and Hendy Planning Queen, Lizzie, the best hype woman with so much enthusiasm and joy. Cheska, my favourite younger cousin. Sorry, Tom and Albie. Anna, you bring so much fun, life and energy. And wherever you go. I know how fab it is to have one sister, and now I get to have two. And Catherine, you've kept me sane throughout. You've been my right-hand woman, always been on my side to the point of regularly offering to drive my getaway car. But I clearly didn't need it, so we're all good. So thank you, all of you ladies, and you're all the best. Mum, Dad, I'm not going to move in case the mic goes. But where do I begin? Thank you so much for everything you've done for me and for this wedding. You've been the powerhouse behind all the decisions, juggling all the details and making my impossible dreams a reality. Just that flower art outside of church, Mum worked so hard with that. Thank you for modelling the beauty of marriage, of committing to endlessly loving each other and us, for opening up your hearts and homes to those around you, of caring for and putting others above yourself. Thank you for all that you've done, and do and will do. I definitely don't thank you enough. Love you lots. Nick, Kate, thank you for opening your home and hearts to me so readily. You so quickly made me feel part of your family and so at ease in your home. Thank you for all you've done to make today possible, mostly for raising Ben. He's not too bad, is he? And I'm so excited to be officially part of the Wooding family. I'm privileged and honoured to take on your family name. And well, I couldn't end my thank yous without thanking my husband. Take a while to get used to that one. But Ben, you actually look quite nice today. And it is a miracle, isn't it, for anyone that knows Ben? Although I think I wrote in my speech that you've shaved without missing a patch, but I think you actually have. And your hair is presentable, and your clothes match. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? Ben, thank you for being my rock. You've been there for me in my sad tears and produced many happy tears. You always managed to make me smile, regardless of my hunger levels. Thank you for loving me, for bearing with me, for bringing fun into everything, and anything. I love that you are a big lover of people, for always thinking and caring of those around you. I love that you are steady and laid back and stubborn and reliable. Thank you for always being you. We've been asked quite a lot about this question. I even got that earlier. Thank you, Anwar. How did Ben and Lucy become Ben and Lucy? Well, it all began in my second year at uni, October 2018. I'd recently joined Jesmond Parish Church, and that is the church I currently work at. And I kept bumping into this cool, dark-haired, mysterious older guy. I mean, when I say older, I mean he's 2 years older than me. And after a couple of weeks of bumping into him a couple of times a week, I began to think he was a bit of okay. And then one Friday evening I received a text, which was very out of the blue, and I managed to find it in the archives, so I'll read it to you now. It starts, "Heya Lucy. I was hoping to ask you this face to face tonight, but I didn't really get a chance without other people being around. I was wondering if perhaps you wanted to go on a date with me. I know we don't necessarily know each other very well, but I was hoping to fix that." Asking by messenger is a little lame. Well done, Ben. So on Sunday, if I manage to catch you alone, I'd like to ask in person. Smiley face. Open brackets. Also, please don't feel pressured. It's absolutely fine if you say no. Exclamation mark, close brackets. Now remember, I still thought Ben was a cool, dark-haired, mysterious older guy. I now know that that is not true. Received that message, I was pretty blown away. It was quite a big deal. And so Sunday evening came around. I couldn't really concentrate for the whole of the church service. And Ben kindly delayed the ordeal until about 10 p.m. I'd been loitering around, like trying to make myself obviously available. And Ben was tidying chairs away. And finally he comes over, half hidden behind a table, and asks me that all-important question, "Will you go on a date with me?" I of course said yes, and our first date was to a modern art gallery, followed by Pizza Express. Ben had generously offered to pay, so of course I held back. He was on a student budget. I ordered a small pizza and water. And then, just as he was about to pay, he whips out his 2-for-1 voucher. I could have had a proper meal. Now, on the face of that, there's nothing wrong. Maybe a little cheap, sure. But have I ever seen a 2-for-1 voucher since? No. Anyway, date 2 came around, Crazy Golf, which I won. And I remember coming home and chatting to my housemates about the date. And I think I said, "I'm not sure there's a spark between us." And Rob? Yeah? You encouraged me to go on date number 3. And so I did. And the rest, as they say, is history. So I think today is down to you, Rob. Thank you. So that is how Ben and Lucy came to be. And I'm so excited for what we will come to be and for our future together. For all the adventures that will come our way, starting with Peru. And then I'm excited to see how God will grow you into the man He has called you to be, and how He will grow us together and be used by Him to honour Him with our lives and our marriage, and to point others to His unconditional and unchanging love. If you're the praying type among us, please do pray these things for us. We recognise we can't do our marriage without you, and we definitely can't do it without God's help. Ben, I love you. And I would choose to love you every day until the day I die, even on the days I don't want to, and particularly on the days when you're being really annoying. You're not the perfect guy, and I'm definitely not the perfect girl. But with God's help, we will have a wonderful, persistent, unconditional love for each other that will see us through the good and the bad. I know you will always be there for me, being for me, loving me, choosing me, celebrating me, just as I will be. Here's to our future together.